Hi everyone, very welcome to my channel. My name is Joyita Chakraborty. I am doing PhD in economics from University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. I'm really glad to all my subscribers. Just today I checked and I saw that I have crossed 65 subscribers. Maybe this number is very few, but to me this is really amazing. When I first posted two videos, like 2 consecutive weeks, I have never thought that I'll be giving that much of subscribers or I'll be getting any kind of comments, but I'm really glad and appreciate all of your comments and everything. Like whenever I'm going through all the comments, so many questions, I tried my level best to answer each comments, and whoever has emailed me, I tried my level best to reply back to each of your questions. But at the same time, I really genuinely can feel you, because like exactly the kind of uncertainties or so many questions now you are having, exactly for our 3 to 4 years back I also had these many questions, this many kind of uncertainties, like what to do, shall I apply or what, like am I doing something wrong or something. So many kind of questions were there, and I'm really glad that I could answer few of your questions. And because of my semesters, I was not able to post videos that often, but now I have promised, by seeing so many comments, so many feedbacks, that I should post more often, maybe once a week, or maybe like as many as possible I can, with so many contents regarding GRE, TOEFL, and how to apply to US universities for PhD, for MS to get funding, or also for MS students to get admission. I'll try my level best to to post as early as possible or as often. In this video, basically I'll be discussing over the question and answer that you guys have asked me. There were total, I have jotted down 10 questions regarding PhD admission in US economy. There are so many questions you people have asked, but I could jot down 10 questions which are mostly covering all the areas or all the questions you have asked. So before you start your application procedure, or even before you start to take preparation for any exam you need to take for admission, it is very crucial that you are asking yourself as many times as possible that if you really want to pursue PhD or not. Because this is not like any other degree program which may take only 2 years or 3 years maximum. It may take 5 years, even it can take sometimes 7 years. So make sure that you are so much motivated to devote 5 to 7 years of your life on just one program. And also, like, you have to be really motivated to do research. There are so many times, so many uncertainties come so many times while doing research, like we feel like maybe we are not going to anywhere, we are not getting anything, or whatever research we are doing maybe not making any sense. So many times, so many uncertainties you have to face while going through your dissertation. So make sure that you won't get demotivated by all these situations. You will be having same motivation as much as you will be having on your day one. And also, if you are someone from engineering background or any technical background, then there is high chances that right after your education, like right after your master's or bachelor's degree, you will be getting good salaried job. And also you will be seeing that many of your friends are getting good salaried job. They are working for industries, they are making really good amount of money. But still, when you will be doing your PhD, you will be still a student, only have to rely on teaching assistantship or research assistantship if you are doing from some other countries. Then make sure that you won't get demotivated by seeing that most of your friends are working, that they have started their working life whilst you are still students, and maybe more 4 to 5 years you have to go. Obviously, PhD from technical background or engineering background also will help you in order to achieve your goal if you are really passionate about research. So definitely you can join any research program. I'm not demotivating you not to pursue if you are from engineering background. I'm just telling you that make sure that you are really passionate, and then only you are deciding to come to pursue PhD. And if you are someone from general background like biology or any other subject, chemistry, even economics, so definitely having PhD will give you some extra advantage in when you will be going into the job market. So depending on your background, on your situation, make sure that you have asked yourself plenty of time if you really want to devote 5 to 7 years of your life in this particular degree program or not. Again, don't think that I'm demotivating any of you. I'm not. I'm just asking that you please ask yourself what you exactly want. Sometimes it happens that we see someone and according to that we try to make our plan. So make sure that you are not doing that. You are making your decision as per your goal, not as per someone else's goal. If you have made up your mind that you want to pursue PhD, then best wishes for that. Just right after taking the decision that yes, I want to do PhD, the next question comes that where do I want to do it from? Like, do I need to stay in my home country or I need to go to some other countries? So for me, I always wanted to do PhD, but I was never sure that which country I want to do it from. But yeah, at the same time, I knew very well that I didn't want to do it from India. It's not that India is not like good for PhD. It is definitely, there are many good universities. Even my university from Calcutta University also, like I have seen many good researchers. It is my personal choice that I wanted to have some international exposure. And also my parents always encouraged me, especially my father. He always encouraged me to go outside to have some international exposures, because I have never been to any other country, not even any other country, not any other city other than my home city, and I always stayed with my parents. So my father especially wanted me to go outside of my home country and to have some international exposure. So then I decided that I want to do it from US universities. The main reason I have chosen US universities over European universities is that in Europe, basically, if you want to do PhD, it can be completed in 3 years. Whereas in US, most of the time, US or Canada, most of the time, it takes 5 to 7 years. But still, why did I choose US? Because here the coursework they provide, the first 2 years of your PhD, you have to go through coursework, rigorous coursework, so many assignments, so many other kind of challenges every day. So I wanted to have that experience, because I have always studied from my home state and always at my home. But I wasn't sure that if I will be going into European universities from day one I have to start my research. I didn't know whether I have that capacity or not, and before that also I didn't have that much of research experience. I did my MPhil, I had my dissertation, but still I thought that I wasn't that much prepared to start my research work from the day one. So on the other hand, in US I knew that I will be starting my PhD degree, but at the same time I don't need to start my research work right after coming here. So first 2 years they will be giving me training, they will be teaching me various courseworks, the same subjects which I have studied in India, but in different way, in different approaches they will be applying to. So that will help me to know the university properly, also to get to know many professors in the university, as well as to get to to accustomed with the culture, with the educational system and everything. So for that reason I have chosen USA. So if you have proper idea about which area you want to go to, or which kind of research, your research question, everything, you have so much of preparation and you know exactly which way you want to go, then obviously you can also think about European or Australian universities. But if you are someone like me who has just completed master's degree but want to do PhD at the same time, doesn't have that much of research experience, then obviously US universities will help you. Even in USA, in my subject economics, I didn't have to choose any supervisor before coming here. Even till second year I didn't have to choose any supervisor, but there were many fields just like biology, I know, and also engineering fields, like you have to select professor from India, but that is also not that difficult. Even if you are choosing your supervisor, still you have to come here and you have to go through few coursework, at least first 2 years of coursework. So in any way you will have plenty of chances to learn the learn the subject little bit more, and to understand the university, to understand the educational culture, and then to start your research work. So make the decision wisely which country you exactly want to go. If you have decided that you want to do your PhD from USA or Canada, then probably this video really going to help you. Please keep watching my video, and if you like my video, then don't forget to smash the like button. If you don't like my video, then also don't forget to smash the dislike button. If you have any question or anything like that, please write down in the comment box, and let's continue the video. So once you have decided that you want to come to US or Canada, then a fear comes into our mind that maybe we won't be able to make it. Maybe we will start our preparation procedure, but what if the preparation is too difficult? I won't be able to make it. There is so much of uncertainties. I don't know whether I'll be finally be able to get funding or not. So many, so many negative thoughts start to come in our mind. But honestly, if you have like honest desire to come, and if you don't have any fear that you won't be able to do hard work, and you won't give up in the fear of hard work, then definitely you will be able to make it. And obviously you will end up by getting funding from not only one universities but from many universities. The thing is that just you have to give your 100% effort. You have to take the right choice. You have to select right universities depending on your GRE and TOEFL score. Most of the US universities or Canadian universities accept GRE and TOEFL score. So depending on your TOEFL score, if you are not only TOEFL score, depending on your GRE and TOEFL score, if you are making your decision wisely, then definitely you're gonna make it. And obviously you will be getting funding from at least one university, and if everything is going properly, then obviously from many universities. There is one website, US News. I'll be giving the link below. You can check that particular link, and you will be getting list of all the universities. Now there are some criteria, so you can select your department and everything. So depending on that, you will be getting the list of universities. There will be ranks also, those universities. So go to each university's website, make sure that what are the criterias and how much GRE and TOEFL score they're asking, how much GPA and everything they're asking. Then note down all those records, and depending on that, start to select universities. Obviously when you will be seeing, you can see that most of the universities have same criterias. Then you will get confused that how then you will be deciding which university will accept you or which universities you should apply to. So the best possible answer is that start emailing the graduate coordinators as early as possible. They are really honest, so they will be giving you really honest feedback. You just write them exactly your profile, how much GRE and TOEFL score you can expect to get, how much score in your master's or undergraduate degree you have already received. Write them down. If you have any research experience, write them that also. If you are working somewhere, write them that also. Whatever your profile is, if possible, then also send them one of your resume. So they will be giving you their honest feedback, and depending on their feedback, you can start selecting universities. Next, when to start your preparation procedure. If you are planning to apply for fall 2022, then this is the right time to start your preparation. Don't linger your preparation, because GRE and TOEFL takes time. If not TOEFL, then GRE takes time. There could be many videos which is saying that GRE may take only 2 to 3 months. I appreciate those who can complete it in 2 to 3 months, but if you are someone like me, I took 6 or 7 months of preparation, and it's okay to take more time. If you are someone like me who needs 6 to 7 months of preparation, then definitely it is May. So June, July, August, September, October, November. So November will be 6 months. So before December, you should have taken your GRE. Like I took my GRE little late because I started my preparation little late, and that time it was so hectic for me because I had to take my TOEFL within 10 days of my GRE, and also my SOP, resume, everything. I had to make it so quickly. That was really challenging situation. If you don't want to be into that situation, then start your preparation as early as possible and try to finish your GRE by October. If not October, then at least early of November. How much GRE score is good? So this is very very difficult to say. If you will ask to anyone, everyone gonna say that 320 plus is good. Obviously 320 plus is good, but depending on your subject, your university's criteria, you can even with 310 you can get admission from really good universities. If you are from someone from maybe biology background, I have seen, why I'm saying biology, because I have seen many of my friends, they're really good with 310 score, they have gotten admission into a really good school. Even in economics also, with 320, not you don't need basically 320 to get into a really good university. Even with 310 or 315 you can get into really good universities. But for economics, for the quantitative section of GRE, it is better if you will having more than 160 plus. So ask your university graduate coordinators that what are their criteria, which section they want you to focus more, and then start your preparation. It's okay if you can't make GRE in one attempt, because when you are going into GRE room, it is so intimidating. The temperature of the room is so low, everywhere is like pin drop silence, everything. So it is very possible that you will get nervous, and maybe somehow anything wrong can happen, and maybe first attempt you can't make it, you can't get the exact score you want. But it's absolutely fine. Obviously after 21 days of your first attempt, you can take your second attempt. So that is also one reason you should have your GRE or at first GRE done by first week of November, so that you will have enough time to take GRE again in case it is needed. It's absolutely, again I'm saying, fine if you can't make your score in the first attempt. Don't get disheartened. I know that it is very costly exam, so obviously the first time if you can make it, then nothing like that. But in case you can't make it, then second time obviously you will be having, and most of the time most of the students can increase their score at least by 5 to 10 points if they are giving their proper proper motivation or proper input. Now if you are done with GRE, then if you are planning to take TOEFL, then it won't be that difficult, because GRE verbal is already very tough. I was never thought that I'm not good in English, but when I was preparing for GRE verbal, honestly I'm saying that it was so difficult to me. GRE quant was not that difficult, it was easy. I was pretty sure that I could get 160 if I will be giving my my 100%. But for GRE verbal it was too difficult. Like all those words I had to memorize and everything. Even after memorizing all those words, I wasn't sure how to use them. So if there wasn't GRE verbal, it wouldn't be taking me that long, but just because of the verbal section, it took me that long time for preparation. So even if when you are preparing you think that the verbal is too difficult, don't get disheartened. There are many people like us. I have seen many of my friends, and when we were preparing, we were keep discussing that why the verbal is so tough. So it's absolutely fine, because you will be seeing many people are saying that even verbal is very easy to them, and you will be in your heart you may be thinking that am I stupid, that's why the verbal is so difficult, am I stupid, that's why I'm not able to answer properly those question answers. No, you aren't. There are people who can do it, there are people who can also do it, but with little bit of more struggle. It's okay. GRE is definitely a tough exam. I'm not intimidating you, I'm just giving you the true story. And once you are done with your GRE, replication process, probably if you have received a proper score or the score you want, then probably there is so much chances that you will end up getting your admission with full funding. Yeah, so the point I was trying to make, if you are taking your TOEFL after your GRE, then there is high chance that you will be able to finish your TOEFL preparation within 10 to 15 days. Even I did within 10 days. Why I took 10 days? Because I didn't have more time. Already I was pretty late for GRE, so even if I wanted to take some extra time, I didn't have. But it's okay if you can make finish your GRE by first week of November, then definitely you can give yourself 15 or 20 days for preparation. It's absolutely okay, and I think that much day is enough for TOEFL preparation. Next, one of the most important part is to select universities. So I have seen one student who have received around, if I'm not very wrong, then 322 in GRE in economics, but that student didn't get selection from any US universities with funding. Now he is doing PhD from Monash University, Australia, which is a really good university. I'm not saying that he lost anything. The thing is that just he couldn't make it in US. That is fine. He is very happy with his present university, but the thing is, the mistake he did is that with 322, which is really a good score, and he also got, I don't know exactly how much he has secured in quant, but I assume that he has received more than 160, which is really good. But because he has selected only high ranked universities, there are various universities with like even with low rank, even universities without rank. None of the sorry for the sound, none of the universities are bad, but don't be too ambitious. Don't only select Ivy League universities. If you can make your admission with full funding from any Ivy League universities, then very good, congratulations. But make sure that you are diversifying your university selection, university choices, so that you can increase your odds to get selected. So if you are trying to apply to like 8 universities, if you want to apply to 3 universities with very high ranked, make sure that you are also applying to 3 universities with like not that high ranked, or maybe from RNP universities. RNP universities in the sense like those universities who hasn't published their ranks, but those universities are also not bad. And also to select universities like 2 or 3 universities from the middle rank. Even if you are not getting your admission from any ranked universities in the first year, and you are getting admission with funding from those universities without rank, it's still better to come here to take your admission rather than staying back in your home country. Because once you will be coming here, if you are liking the university, liking the coursework, everything, then obviously you can go on. But in case you have come here to those unranked universities and you are not liking, then there is chance that after 1 year or after 2 years you can apply to some other good ranked universities with their master's degree. And now once you have come here, then definitely with your master's degree, you will be, when you will be applying to a good ranked universities, then your last education already is from a US universities, and professors from US universities will be recommending you, which will be definitely giving you some added advantage as compared to some other students who are some other countries. And also obviously you are coming here, you don't need to pay anything, they will be paying you, right? So there is no harm of coming rather than staying back in your home country. Now you can start to email as many professors as you can. Like many students email to almost 600 to 700 professors, and hardly like 30 or 50 professors actually reply them back. Now the major problem we Indian are having, like in India we don't get any university email address. Most of the time we send our email through like our Gmail account or our Yahoo mail or something like that, and here each students will be getting one university email address. And most of the time professors don't generally look into all those emails which are coming from Gmail or any other websites, and most of the time our emails are going into their spam box, which they are not checking. So very high chances that you will be getting very few feedback from professors, or sometimes if they don't have any vacant seat for anyone, then also they don't reply. So make sure that you are emailing to as many professors as you can, and also go through their profile, check which area they are working in, and if you feel that your area of interest is aligning with their current research, then definitely email them. If just imagine that your area is aligning with them, but with the research which they have done maybe 6 or 7 years back, right now they are not doing into that particular area, then also they won't reply, because now they don't have maybe requirement for those particular field. So very don't send general email to each professor. Make sure that they will understand that you have gone through their profile properly and your area of interest is really aligned with them. And then definitely if they feel that you have chance or they have vacancy, then they will give you a reply back. Next, I have also received, like many students have asked me that if I had taken any coaching class for GRE or TOEFL. Then for TOEFL, no, I haven't taken any coaching class. For GRE, I took my admission into Jamboree, Kolkata, but I don't know, shall I say or not, but I didn't get that much of benefit from there. So if you can make it of your own, then definitely you can. This video is not sponsored by anyone, so I'm not going, like whatever I'm saying, that is completely my experience. It's not like someone has told me to say anything, but I have seen that many of my friends has they have good feedback about Princeton Review, though I have never taken admission into Princeton Review. Never I have used their, like, the portal. But yeah, I did use Magosh portal, and that was really good to me. Like, that was really beneficial. I prepared it for maths, I revised it even, and that was really helpful. So for my GRE, for verbal section, I can say that I was preparing from ETS book only, and that was helpful. But for quant section, I prepared more as compared to verbal, because that was my focused area. And for quant, if I can remember, then yeah, I have covered Magosh twice. I have covered Magosh. Then there was a Manhattan 5-pound book. I covered that book also 2 to 3 times. Then there was like that Manhattan only, but separate for quant. That one also I covered. Then ETS book I have covered. So this many books I have covered. The most important thing that helped me was not covering like various books, rather like revising those books. And if you will ask me to name 2 things that helped me, that is first one is Magosh portal, and the second one is a Manhattan 5-pound book, and revising them helped me even more. Then with your GRE and TOEFL score, obviously you have to send each university your statement of purpose and your resume. So in resume, you can write everything you have done so far after your 12th standard, and don't lie. Just write whatever you have done, and don't make your resume more than 2 to 3 pages, because they will get really demotivated, because it's not only your resume. They're probably going through like 100 resumes. So make sure that your resume, doesn't matter how much work experience you are having, doesn't matter what you have done, there are obviously so much of possibilities that you can finish your resume within 2 to 3 pages. Even like in my university, there are many professors whose resumes are not even more than 4 pages, and trust me, they have so much of experience, they have so many things to write, but still they could make it in 4 pages. Then obviously, I guess if you are a student just like me, you can finish your resume in 2 to 3 pages. And for SOP, also not more than 2 pages. There are few universities who give like 1500 words limitation or something like that. If universities are not giving you any this kind of limitations, then try to finish it within 2 or 2.5 pages, not even 3 pages. And in SOP, try to, in the first paragraph, try to write a story that why you want to pursue PhD, why you want to pursue PhD in your particular program, and why did you choose that particular subject for your master's, for your undergraduation. So try to make sure in that you are writing in such a way, just like you are telling them a story, not like you are writing your resume in like paragraph format. No, don't do that. So just write your SOP just like you are writing a story, and you are letting them know who you are. So in your resume, mostly like professional thing, and in your SOP, it's like professional obviously, but with the proper story, that why your personal life is related to that particular field, and why you have decided to go on with your career. Then, and letter of recommendation, obviously you need to give. That is another part. Generally universities ask 3 letter of recommendations. Like the university where I'm studying, they have asked me 2 letter of recommendations. I have given from my professors, but other universities ask 3 letter of recommendations. And in that case, if you are not working, then give 3 letter of recommendations from your professors. At least try to give 2 of them from your master's level professors, and 1 if you want then from your undergraduate level professors. But if you have worked or you are working, then it's better to give at least 1 recommendation from your from your supervisor at your office, because in that way, here to get funding, you have to teach or you have to do research work. So if you are giving recommendation from your supervisor, then they can write about you as a colleague, obviously, that how you have worked in an office, not just simply how you have worked or what are your specialties as a student. They will be also writing your specialties or your special features as a colleague. That will definitely help them to select you or to make yourself little bit better or little bit better competent as compared to other students. Many of you have asked me that whether I had an interview or not. Yes, I had an interview. I applied to total 8 universities and I have received admission from all the universities, but 4 universities has given me funding. And out of those 4 universities, only 1 university had taken my interview. That is from my university I am right now studying. But from those 4 universities who didn't give me funding, 1 of them took my interview. I don't know about any other subject, but in my subject, even my interview as well as my other friends interview also, they told me that it's not that difficult. They're not going to ask you so much of technical questions, that they will be asking you that if you have studied few concepts, they will be like naming. They won't even ask you any question from all those concepts, just they will ask you that whether you have studied or not. Don't lie again, just tell them if you have studied that yes I have studied. If you haven't, then just say that no I haven't, because whatever you are saying, depending on that, they are not going to decide whether they will take you or not. That is a holistic approach. Holistically, they will look into your profile. They will look into your undergraduate, graduate, like post-graduation degree, your GRE, TOEFL score, your SOP, your LOR, everything. So just by saying that no I haven't studied this particular concept, they are not gonna decide that, they are not going to decide that no we won't take that person. Why I'm saying to not to lie? Because most of the cases they won't ask you any kind of technical question, or they won't ask you anything exactly related to that particular concept. But in case they will ask, and if you are saying that yes I have studied, and when they are asking you any question, maybe any very basic question, but you actually, if you haven't studied, then obviously you won't be able to answer them. Then that situation, it will be giving them some negative feedback about you. So don't do that. Whatever is your situation, just tell them. So these are the 10 questions which I have jotted down, which I think that will help you. If you have any further question, then just let me know in the comment box, and also you can email me. I'll be writing my email address in the description box. I hope that video is little bit helpful to you, and this will help you to take your decision wisely. Make sure that you are taking all your decision wisely. And yeah, there is another question which is like how much total it cost me to total application procedure. So depending on how many universities you want to apply to, depending on GRE and TOEFL, like how many times you have to take your GRE or TOEFL exam, the amount may vary, but it is somewhere around like for just take example, like each university to apply to maybe $70. I applied to 8 universities, so it was around $560. Just take $600. GRE and TOEFL, I exactly forgot the amount, but maybe like something around $220 for each exam, so maybe $440. So there was like $550 or $600, and then there is $440, so it was total coming $1,040. If you will multiply with 72 or the exchange rate right now you are having, it may be within 1 lakh rupees, like 1 lakh Indian currency. So total application procedure is like that. But then once you will be having your admission with full funding, then you have to apply for visa. Then for visa there are different fees. I'm not going into details about all those fees. Maybe some other videos I'll be making about total expenditure. But for the initially like before your admission, maybe the initial expenditure could be something around $1,000, and in Indian currency it is coming 72,000. But if you will take some, like budget of 1 lakh, then I hope that it is within that much of budget. And if you are taking GRE preparation, then that is little bit extra. Or if you are buying any other kind of portal, that is also a little bit extra, but not more than 1 lakh. Obviously that is within, like, the $1,000 may be a little bit extra as compared to $1,000, but whatever it is coming within 1 lakh Indian rupees. Thank you very much for watching my video till the end. If you are still here, I hope that it is little bit helpful, and I'll try to make video next week about maybe about TOEFL or GRE preparation. But for the time being, bye bye, see you, stay safe, stay healthy. Due to the corona situation, India is doing really, like, India is suffering a lot. I hope that you all are really great, and we all can only pray for our relatives, for our dear ones, so that they can stay safely. Bye bye, thank you.